Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the top 5 things that I wish I had known before starting cosmetology school. Let's get into it. Starting off with number 5, or number 1. Am I supposed to count up or count down? I don't know. The first thing that I want to talk about is personal growth and learning. When you decide to take a leap and start cosmetology school, there are so many doors that open for you. There's so many areas of opportunity for growth, not just as a hairdresser, but as a human. First, you're going to meet so many new people, from classmates to teachers to staff to retail to customers to anybody that walks in the building. And if the thought of that already gives you anxiety, then you're going to need to start thinking about what's now to help you in the future before you just get thrown into it. And if you love to meet new people and find ease in navigating those situations and spaces, help your classmates who maybe aren't as strong in that area. Meeting people can be a lot of fun, but life isn't all sunshine and lollipops. I feel like you know that by now. You are going to come across tense moments that require strong conflict resolution skills, and this is just one way that you are going to learn soft skills. You're going to learn lots of soft skills in your cosmetology journey. You want to make sure that you approach these situations with compassion and grace. The cosmetology industry is very small, and you never know who you're going to be working with again in the future. You want to make sure that you approach these situations with compassion and grace for not only others, but yourself. You're learning a lot of new skills, and as much as we want to be perfect at something immediately, life doesn't work that way. And learning and growing a new craft takes time, a lot of time. I hear so often practice makes perfect, and to be honest, practice makes progress. We should always be striving to get better, even by a fraction of a percent every single day for the rest of our lives. Perfection is not a destination, it's a journey. Number 2. Number 4? I don't know. Financial and practical consideration. Cosmetology school is expensive, and trying to level up your life is going to require an investment 100% of the time. Things to consider would be, are you paying for school out of pocket? Are you getting loans? Are you eligible for financial aid? Do you work full time to support your life? Do you have dependents? How will you make it financially at home while taking on the burden of school payments as well as adjusting your schedule? Most of the time, these questions have solutions. It may take some creative thinking and some support from your friends and family, and I know not everybody has support, but it's about finding the right time for you. I know you want to wake up tomorrow and change your life immediately, but it is best to wait and start when it is the right time than to start and not be ready. Taking time off school is usually a very lengthy process, so making sure that you're working with your school to find the right enrollment date is really important. Time commitment is also a really big factor when considering going to cosmetology school. Most places, a full-time student is going to be clocking 30 to 40 hours, depending on your state's regulating agency. If you also work a 9 to 5, this can be really difficult to do during regular school hours. So you may need to find alternative income to help support you during your time. School should be your priority, and this is not always ideal, and it's not always doable. Some schools offer a part-time program or a night program, so you should see what's available in your area. Not only is school going to be a time commitment, once you graduate, it will take some time to really see your income move. It takes time to build a clientele. It takes time to show consistency. You have to cultivate relationships, and I know some students that still wait tables for a year after they graduate. You can start building those relationships now while you're in hair school and start out with an advantage. Number 3 is going to be passion versus reality. Cosmetology is about so much more than just working in the salon and doing hair. It's hair, it's skin, nails, makeup, wigs, lashes. You can specialize in so many veins of the larger umbrella that is cosmetology. Not only are there so many different facets to the education alone, I found myself wearing many hats in the salon, from stylist to visual merchandiser to director to social media manager to plumber to assistant to Uber Eats. I have assembled furniture, I've cleaned, and the list goes on and on. I've grown so many skills over so many areas of my life just because I took a leap and decided to start cosmetology school. Beyond just the daily tasks of our job, we also do customer service. We're a friend, we're a hairapist. We take on so many roles and we demand a lot from our bodies. Salon culture has not always promised a lunch or a moment to sit. We all survive on caffeine, and this is not a badge of honor. Take care of your body, eat, sit, go to the bathroom, stretch, meditate, drink water, sit in silence and ground. Your body is the most important tool that you have, and it's the only one that doesn't have a warranty. Occupational stressors are the number one reason that people leave the industry. Carpal tunnel, back problems, sensitivities to chemicals. So many things wear our body down, and it's so important to wear the grandma shoes instead of the 3-inch stilettos. Put on gloves. This is a very rewarding job, and you just have to make sure it's your true passion, because it will be worth it in the end. Number 2 is going to be self-care. Self-care is incredibly important. It's important to not only nourish your body and your mind and your soul, you have to fill up your cup. It's so awesome to get to walk into the salon and do a color or a cut and make this person feel the best that they have ever felt in their life. But what cost is that to you? Are you going home and taking care of yourself? Having weekly routines and structures and systems in place to make sure that not only are you on top of it at work, but you're on top of it at home. I know what it's like to struggle and try to survive and feel like you're drowning in laundry. It's tough when you are just trying to survive the day. But the good news is, when you have the right systems in place, it makes everything else easier. So take some time, especially before you start school, to really list out your schedule. Know when you go to school, what time you get out of school, when's your lunch, what things do you have to do to take care of, not only for school, but for your house, for your home, and for yourself. It's great to have routines and habits that you're creating that are going to last not only in hair school, but in the salon. We want to always hydrate. Make sure that you have a cup. It doesn't have to be a Stanley. It can be a TJ Maxx. I have a Hydro Peak. Start your day off with a glass of water and rehydrate after sleep. Wake your body up. Movement. Get your body flowing with some light exercise. You can do a 20-minute walk in the morning. You can do some yoga. You can stretch. Anything that's going to get your heart rate pumping and your blood moving. Breakfast is super important. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, they say, right? Fuel your body with nutritious breakfast. Things like eggs and whole wheat, oatmeal, fruit, nuts, things that are going to give you good macros, that are going to sustain you through the day and make you the most successful. We can always go back to the myplate.gov. We can look at what a well-rounded meal is. And I know it's hard to meal prep and do things to make sure that you're ready for the next day, especially if you're going to school long hours. That can be really exhausting. But taking one day to prep as much as you can, just to make your life as easy as it can be. Follow our Instagram for some tips on meal prepping. I always like to try and make some pins on my Pinterest board for healthy meals, easy meals and low budget meals, things that are good for students and families and moms. Planning and setting. Even taking just 10 to 15 minutes a day in the morning to plan it out and get some achievable goals, some action steps, some even reflection and writing down just a little paragraph or even just a sentence, something to be grateful for. This can really set the tone and the intention for your day. Having a gratitude practice. It doesn't have to be in the morning, it can be in the evening. It doesn't have to be a word, it can be a picture, it can be a sentence, it can be a feeling, it can be a theme. It can be whatever it is that you want it to be. It's your gratitude. And then relaxation, winding down before bed with a relaxing activity like reading, taking that time to listen to some calm music, turning the lights down, not having overhead lights on, really putting your phone down, setting an alarm and not looking at it. These are things that can help relax you and wind down, especially after a very long day of learning. People get burnout in this industry all the time. And it's because self-care has become this glamorized thing. And really what it is, it's hard work, it's discipline, it's things that aren't necessarily fancy and shiny and bright. I love making it the aesthetic and I love glamorizing my life, but self-care isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it's making the hard decisions to have an easy life later. The last thing I want to talk about, number 1, is all the places that you can go. You can absolutely go work in a salon. You can become a platform artist. You can travel. You can become a salesperson. You can become an educator. You can work on movies and TV and things that are just out of the realm of the norm and the things that you even thought were possible. Those things are possible. And even if you start cosmetology school and you realize like, maybe this isn't for me, finish. Get your license. It is always something to fall back on. And you will always have this trade that nobody can take from you. It's a skill, it's a craft, and it's an art. It's a really fulfilling career to have. I hope some of these things helped you in your decision to either start cosmetology school, or if you've already made that decision, I hope that some of these things kind of help give you a little bit of clarity for what to expect. You're gonna have an amazing time. Really soak in every experience you can and understand that your life is going to change and it's going to happen very soon. So do the work now to make sure that you're on a firm foundation for when you get out into the real world and start working in the salon and making money for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you can be alerted anytime that we are going live or uploading a new video. This is going to be an exciting adventure. I hope that you join us, that you enjoy the content, you enjoy the education, and help support us along the way. Have a great day. Definitely come back and see us. Next time we're going to be talking about image and vibes and aesthetics and things that can kind of help you decide where you want to go and who you want to be. Have a wonderful week. See you next time.